Welcome back. We've got one more district to check before we carry on with the main story, and we got one more free time to use. So let's head over to the Tyrell district, see if there's anything special there. So we want the map. Got all the dots around. We can probably see a movie as well. Just want to check to see if there's any... Oh, can we not go underground? No. Just wanted to see if there's any, like, blue markers around before we have a look at our to-do.
What's next?
Because I'm going to get the Teach Me Chess done first. Yumé's been rather interested in chess lately. I bet Victor's having an effect on her. If I remember correctly, we've got a chessboard sitting somewhere in the office. Maybe it's finally time for me to bust it out. I hope you're ready, Van. I'm not going to go easy on you. Someone's eager to learn. I'm impressed you want to try it. It's pretty tricky for a kid your age. That's okay. I've watched Grandpa play before. It always looks fun. I figured he might have had something to do with it. I've seen him playing with his buddies before. Why not ask him to teach you instead of me? I'm sure he'd be really happy to do so. Don't worry about it. And I want to play with you, Van. Alright, if that's what you want, we can go around. Do I get to actually play the chess game? That would be cool. With that, Van and Yumé started playing, because I do know how to play chess, so... Just the act of teaching Yumé how to move the pieces was a struggle in and of itself, let alone all the other rules and complexities in chess. She'd flicker pieces, that is, to knock them down one moment, and the next she'd be trying to use them already captured pieces as her own. Oh dear. But Van's patience never wavered. He gently and slowly continued teaching Yumé the rules behind chess in an easy-to-digest way. Oh, is that how you're gonna play? Yep, my house, my rules. My mistake, Your Highness. Well, as long as she's having fun. Little by little, Yumé finally began to grasp the rules. Her tendency to make a move guided just by intuition made her very unpredictable. Your turn, Yums. Who's next? I haven't been playing for long, but her instincts are real sharp already. No hesitation when making a play either. Well, I guess she's still a kid. She's good at catching me off guard. I know, how about this? Take that, your turn, Van. Whoa, that's a real good play there, kiddo. Keep this up and you might end up going pro when you're older. Maybe. I'm just glad you're having fun. Huh. Are you not having fun too? I am. I'm having lots of fun. It's because you are, Van. You've been so happy lately. You're always smiling now that Agnes and Ferry and Aaron and Rosetta are here. What? Was I not happy before that? Huh. You ain't wrong, kid. Not a lot to be happy about back when I just started. Just a bunch of shady jobs. I was just seeing the worst in people. Thought I knew what I was getting into, but spend too long surrounded by nothing but darkness and you eventually go blind. Don't think I can thank you enough, kiddo. That bright smile of yours was like a lifeline for me, even when everything else in my life was grim. If only you knew how special you are. No wonder your granddad's so crazy about you. Hey, are you listening to me? It's your turn, Van, come on! Oh, sorry, Yums. Okay, my next move is... Hey, you punk! Don't you think it's about time I had my granddaughter back? It's getting late. Crap, I lost track of time. Sorry, kiddo. We'll have to finish our match another day. Aw, but I want to keep playing. But okay, I had fun. Look, Grandpa, look. I learned how to play chess. Now we can play together. Yumé? Ah, that's why she wanted me to teach her. On second thought, I might have been too strict. You can keep playing with our good-for-nothing neighbor, Just make sure you don't go to bed too late.
Really?
Yep, you earned it for making your old grandpa so proud. Just promise to not keep your mum waiting or she might get mad.
Yeah, I promise.
You are such a sucker for Yums. Can't imagine there's much you wouldn't do for her. No one asked you.
Let's split into teams. Me and Grandpa against you, Van.
2-on-1. Well, that ain't fair, but I'm in. If I get to play your granddad, then that means I don't have to hold back, and I don't think so. Only one of us gets to look good in front of Yumé, and I'm certain you understand who it'll be. Oh dear. The three of them kept playing deep into the night until an exasperated Paulette finally came to check on them.
More! Teach me more! I can't wait to play!
That was adorable. Van's maximum HP up by 100.
Hey!
Strength up by 10. Leader of hope. That was adorable though. I like that. And again, we learnt more about Van, which is what I was hoping we would get from that. Because it was Hume's connection event. What are they called again? Yeah, connections. I can't do that one. Like, no free time. Like, oh. It's a shame. But I'm happy with the events we got there. So, anyway, let's get the rounds done here. Ugh, I'm beat today. Is it just me or have the other districts been calling in help more often lately? Because I swear my shoulders and back are killing me more than usual. Oh, Karen, just how old are you? You're starting to sound like an old man going on like that. How's about I give you a little massage, My ma tells me I got the hands of an angel. That's okay, Nancy. You don't have to do all that. She sure is soothing to be around, though. My muscles loosening up already just from talking to her. Like how she's actually stretching, though. What's wrong? I got something on my face? No, you don't. It's nothing. Thanks for the offer. I feel a little more relaxed already.
Well?
You're far too serious all the time, Karen. Always so uptight. Always on high alert. How about I give you a shoulder rub, Ma and Pa say I'm a real natural at it. Well, let's get the show on the road. This city isn't going to patrol itself at night. We seem to be having some unsavory characters prowling around lately, and I've got them all in my sight. Nothing escapes this officer's watch. Speak to you first. Dancing over there, like, jeez. I guess it's time for me to start focusing on my attention towards this year's Edith Girls collection. Basically, it's a fashion show that takes place on the night of the Revolution Festival. Huge trendsetter when it comes to next year's styles. As someone who recruits new modeling talent for a living, I always keep a close eye on the people and fashion they exhibit at the show every year. Very well.
Hey there!
There's the kitty. Sure is fixated on the sky for some reason. Can't see anything myself, but who knows? Okay, that's worrying. What's in the sky? Let's have a look. The sky. And again, like, maybe the moon? Yeah, I'm just thinking about like that aspect of the place we're heading to, I assume, if I remember correct, has an observatory. Is like there's something going on with the firmament? Like what's going on? Adamis's educational visitation sounds awesome and all, but I like working here too. You get to see all kinds of people doing fun and cool things. And when I say all kinds, I mean all kinds. We get Adamis students, foreigners, musicians, a little of everything. That's why I can't bring myself to quit doing work like this. Doesn't hurt that Charles, the owner, has a personality that really invites everyone to just come in and be themselves too. My Vern company work has been really piling up lately. I'm worried about the company. The financial boost they get from reparations is bound to peter out soon. Oh, well, nothing I can do about that. I'll just de-stress with some reading. I bought a book titled Erasing Credit Union's Bankruptcy, The Truth I think I'm in the mood for a novel. Now what to buy? Oh, you're here late. What can I serve you this evening? There's a family from Alsaim that often comes to the cafe in the afternoon. They appear to have finally settled into the city at long last. They've started telling me all sorts of things about their lives, such as Aramis's educational outing, which is nice to hear. It seemed to be quite the struggle for them to get acclimated to their new environment, but these days they sound much more relaxed. I'm relieved.
Welcome, and we await your next visit.
I bet you do.
Good grief.
Good grief.
Did you know?
It's amazing we're broadcasting this year's EGC over the OrbleNet. We've got to nail the production and get every detail right. Right, we're going to make this the best EGC by a Selge. It's going to take all of us working as a team to make it happen. I've got new lighting gear all ready to go on my end. But what are we going to do for the background music? We want to start with something nice and subdued, don't we? I've got an idea. What about that song that's been kind of popular lately? What's it called again? Oh, I know the one. You mean that one with the really nice melody? I remember the singer. I think his name was Jess Branson. Oh. Bleh. Carol, is something wrong? No, nothing at all. Don't mind me. Of all the people, why did it have to be him? Oh, I mean, I'm glad he's getting noticed, of course, but still. Oh dear, Carol. Jess Branson, you said, right? That could work. I'll get in touch with his agency and see what they have to say. I know the president there. He's a regular of mine. I'll just ask him. Ah, they're doing it. They're really doing it. What do I do? I'm happy, but at the same time, what do I do?
The title of World's Fastest in Perfect Driver 2.
Perfect Driver 2. Oh my. When it comes to heinous crimes in Calvert, they don't get much bigger than the whole devil-worshipping cult. They denied Adios' existence about a decade ago. They were going around and kidnapping kids. I was still just a little kid myself back then, and I remember them giving me the absolute creeps. Just thinking about them gives me chills all over again. Kind of chills a girl can't get enough of. Oh. When word got out about the whole cult, it sent shockwaves across the entire country. This book of mine really is the best. Just thinking about them gives me chills all over again. Right, I worry about her. I really do.
Well, I heard.
Did you? I interviewed Walter Huckberry earlier today. He did it at a pretty relaxed location. But I still try to be careful with what he said. What I said. Still, he was definitely a nicer guy than I was expecting. And I've come away from that interview feeling like I can write a deep, insightful piece about him. Now I just need to put it all together. It's strange, I don't usually get so fired up when I'm doing an assignment like this. I better take that feeling and run with it. I've got to get all my thoughts down while they're still fresh in my mind. Chen looked pretty stressed earlier. I'm guessing the editors thrust some assignment on him that's outside his wheelhouse. In some ways, he's the opposite of Marielle. He's always down on his luck. But it's like she's blessed with it. That said, it did sound like he had some sort of success. Hope the final article turns out great. So check the ice cream place again.
How about some nice cold ice?
I was so fired up to take that popcorn seller head on, but it looks like he mostly got his eye on the movie theater and what they're playing. He got me all revved up for nothing. Guess he's the type of guy who can cool off as quickly as he gets fired up. Not that I can complain too much when I'm clearly attracting more customers than him, so I'd still say I'm getting the last laugh. Our little competition might have turned out to be a whole lot of nothing, but putting that aside, it's actually not so bad selling out here at night. Who'd really want ice cream at night, though?
Thanks for shopping.
It just feels wrong to me. Yeah. Lyle, what are you doing in a place like this? Don't get any funny ideas. I'm not trying to do anything weird. I'm just on my way home from work. I work at the instrument store 3 times a week, Plus, I clean buildings and deliver newspapers to people. As a result, I know this area like the back of my hand these days. I've even seen you around here a couple of times. Really? I never realized you were here so much. Wait, that's a lot of jobs to juggle. Isn't that too much to handle? Well, my tuition and room and board aren't going to pay for themselves. I do what I have to. They call me the part-timer pro for a reason, you know. Do they call you that? And here I almost found myself respecting him a little for once. Turns out he's the same guy as ever. From what he said, that seemed okay. That's a lot of jobs you have, Lyle. First I was almost impressed, but you're the same old Lyle as ever, it seems. Huh? Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Yeah, I don't see an issue with that, but okay.
How about some popcorn, huh?
Alright, calm down on the popcorn. Heard they're going to be playing Golden Blood Director's Cut again in the theatre. I missed my opportunity to see it last time, and I've been regretting it ever since. Now I have to see it. It's my duty as a movie buff. I was so worried that the director's cut was just going to vanish into thin air after it left the theatre. I'm so glad to be proven wrong. So glad. Okay.
Hey there. What'll see ya?
Say ya. Oh, Chino. Sarah's other character. The shopping centre here is always so busy at night. It has this unique atmosphere that I'm very fond of. Seems these two were enjoying a movie together before they came here. I'll have to serve up some of my tastier drinks to keep the conversation flowing for them. Oh, that's nice.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you.
No problem. Let's get everything else down here done first before we head into the movies.
This night's just getting started.
Is it? Oh,
I see.
yes. If you're looking for Albert, he just went home. I still don't know how he juggles his student council duties and his job here. I overheard him talking about a school outing he'll be doing. Sounded a little concerned about it. I'm guessing it's because of teenager things. Hang in there, kiddo. Your boss is in your corner. Albert's such a sweetheart. I can't not want him to succeed with whatever he's got going on. Hope he doesn't take his youth for granted. You never realize how precious those early years are until they're over. Very well, very well. I've been held up with a press call, so I haven't had any time to find leads on stories from other places. It's nothing I can't fix by calling in a few favors. Maybe I'll try and strike a deal with one of those small-time news agencies. As soon as I offer to set them up with one of my contacts in Parliament, I'll have the meeting from the palm of my hand. Oh dear. Is he ever going to cross the road? Like, he's been waiting forever. How long do you have to wait? Huh? What the? He's already done going through all the flyers and sales slips? Not only that, but he also took care of next month's ingredient list and tweaked the menus? Oh, and there's a note too. Get these back to Miss Mao. Also apologize to her for getting carried away while you're at it. Sounds so mad. Now is he so freaking capable anyway? Oh, sorry for all the yelling. I should get back to work. I just don't understand how Calhoun is that talented. I'm half convinced he isn't even human.
What'll you have today? Thanks for coming.
Nothing especially new there. Please take your time while you're here. Relax and enjoy. Kunming's got guts, bossing Calhoun around like that. She's completely clueless about our true line of business, and I'd like to keep it that way. Things are heating up behind the scenes, so if I want her to stay out of harm's way, I'll have to redouble my efforts. I'd better link up with Tao so we can start investigating the situation. Alright, Aaron. Hey, been keeping busy with those patrols? About as busy as you've been with that drinking, it seems. I thought you would have made a beeline for the Blacklight District or something. You know me too damn well at this point. Yeah, I've been down there right now if it weren't for what Sao and the rest said earlier. We're finally about to close in on A after all this time, the bastards. Once we know what their endgame is, all we have to do is move in and crush them. Hey now, don't get too ahead of yourself, alright? Once they know something, I'm sure they'll be in touch. I know we don't have the most fun job in the meantime, but it is what it is. You got that right. Don't get me wrong, Chief. I know trying to rush things is just asking for trouble. I can be hot-headed, but I'm not an idiot. Think I'm gonna order some food too. Make sure I'm recharged when it's time for us to go in and kick A's and the garden's asses. What do you say? Any way I can get you to treat your lackey to a little something extra? Promise I won't call you an old man for 5 minutes. Sorry, punk, I ain't made of money. You'll have to pay for whatever you want on your own Merla. Today's been hell of a crazy day, but at least we got enough out of it to make all the bullshit worth it. Think I'm gonna order some food. Make sure I'm really recharged for whatever's coming up next. Let's see who we got upstairs. Toke? I heard of cast an Easterner named Nina Fenley as Sheena Dirk in the upcoming Gloria movie. Did the director sleep through history class or something? Sheena Dirk was white! You can't favor diversity over historical accuracy, it's just plain wrong. Plus, if they wanted to cast an Easterner, General Atkinson was right there. He was mixed race. Alright, mate. Oh, for idiocy's sake, why must they show that Salvatore Gotti travesty again after all this time? They already suspended it once. Did they suddenly decide it had value because it was the runner-up for Best Direction? Ridiculous. Utterly and completely ridiculous. How could this theatre have fallen so low? Oh. Jeez, mate. Jeez. Okay. So, we have checked everywhere else, haven't we? Right, here we go. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you how popular Wolf's Requiem is. Started screening that at night alongside the director's cut of Golden Blood, though the latter has an age restriction in place. Director Gotti wanted that version to be screened because, in his words, it leaves nothing on the table. Many moviegoers also expressed interest, so in the spirit of supporting Vegas films, we ultimately decided to show it. Oh. We decided to once again screen Golden Blood Director's Cut. After receiving complaints about its content, we initially put it on hold, although we believe in freedom of expression, so it's back now. As the story goes, director Salvatore Gotti sought to make a more extreme film than what ultimately came out. However, after some persuasion from the film's distributor and Judith Lanster's talent agency, he dialed it back for the original release.
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
We've also begun to show Midnight Memories as of this week. That film has attracted some attention among a subset of horror fans. I must say, in spite of its low budget, the sense of immersion that comes from its mockumentary framing is rather incredible. Some viewers have even asked if it was a recording of actual spirits that were found in the real world. I mean, they do exist in this world, so... I want to just see... Does it say anywhere, like, when... Because we're collecting all those... Yeah, the movie brochures, that's what I'm after. So we're seeing Sober Curious, Perfect Driver 2, Heaney Blade, This Side of Heaven. So I want to make sure we get one we haven't seen, you know.
Hello.
Welcome, can I get you a ticket for something? What's playing right now? So we've seen Sober Curious. So I'm thinking, yeah, the Golden Blood Director's Cut?
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
It's like... Let me just double check. Yeah, it's like Sober Curious is the only one of the two we've seen, so...
Hello.
Well, according to that, anyway. Tickets for Golden Blood Director's Cut. It'll be 200 Mera for one.
Thank you for your visit today.
Let's grab a seat. Did spot someone behind us. A sinister pharmaceutical company seeks to shake the very foundation of the world with a deadly engineered virus. Tasked with stealing its design documents, Zoe and her partner, Rick, begin sniffing for clues which leads them to the chief developer at the lab. Zoe attempts to get close to her target, in the way that she, as an A-class spy, does best.
Stop it, please! I told you, I've already got a boyfriend.
Oh, I heard you loud and clear. I also recall you saying that he's buried neck deep in debt. Tell you what, I'll pay off his debt in full on one condition. Break up with him and be mine. If you still refuse, then I'm afraid I must ask you to resign. So what'll it be?
Oh, Rick. I'm so sorry. Could you at least look away, sir? I'm really not used to this sort of thing.
My, aren't we shy? Very well. Just don't keep me waiting. Yes, that's a good girl. There's absolutely nothing to be embarrassed about. Psych! I'm gonna have so much fun stripping you bare.
Gotcha, you naughty boy.
Wait, where does it go from there? What the? Why are you here? Yep, there he is. Of all the people I could have run into, why did it have to be you? You're not going to tell Anya's about this, are you? Nah, your secret's safe with me, kid. I won't tell your president friend either. I just find it quaint that your idea of mischief amounts to some good old lying about your age while you're sneaking out of the dorm. I wasn't talking about that. I mean, definitely don't tell the girls about those things either. I'm more worried about them finding out what I watch, so... There you are. Can't believe you, of all people, broke curfew. You had me so worried. Odette? Are you here? Ren figured if I'd find you anywhere, it'd probably be the movie theater. And what do you know? She was right. I'm glad you at least had Van with you. What you two watch here, anyway? Funny you should ask that. We ended up catching the same movie. It's supposed to be adults only, but he wanted to see it so badly, I decided to sneak him in with me. I see. What were they playing at this hour that Albert had to ask? Oh, that's what you saw, was it? What? What's with that look? Nothing. Nothing. You're just a teenage guy at the end of the day. I'm begging you, whatever you do, please don't tell Anya's. Oh dear. Van's conversation in the theatre continued for a brief period. Soon enough, however, the two sides parted ways in the lobby. From there, Van got on with the rest of his evening. Hey, looks like they're selling commemorative brochures for this movie. Maybe I should pick one up as a souvenir, There we go. What do we actually get from them? Like, they just have a little bit of a blurb. Right. Yeah. Just a little bit of a blurb about the movie. I definitely can't watch another one, can I? No way do I have the time to catch another movie. Right, so we've done the rounds and everything now, haven't we? So let's head on over to Old Town and see about heading to down. There we go. It wasn't going down quick enough, so it's like I was pressing down, then X, but it knew I pressed X. So it was like, right, you want to do this one? Like, no, down and X. Anyway, let's carry on the main story for a bit. We can order delivery. I'll have a look at that, actually. Guess I'll order a little something from Hermes. See if she's got anything for us.
What can I get you?
Nothing special there. Just, it's that sort of thing, like, just in case I've missed something. Item delivery. Nah, we're good.
You've got it.
Okay, so...
Here's your delivery.
Did I get something? Suppose I sold something. But still. This is the radio. Finish nighttime activities. Should I call it a night? Tomorrow's gonna be another busy day, so I should probably turn in soon. Choosing to finish up for the night will cause all finished quests and sub-events to disappear. Yep. Come to think of it, I know Anya's is gonna go by train. But I should probably get what the prince sent me fitted sooner, rather than later. First time doing any major mods to my baby in a while. Might as well have some fun with it. Enjoy yourself, mate. You've earned it. You've earned it. Roughly 2 hours prior. October 18th. 10 to 9. Phew. That was another close one, but it looks like I've made it in time for curfew. Just. I have to try and get back to my room without running into the dorm mother. I think Van is proving a bad influence on me. I need to keep living my own life and making my own decisions, not letting others make them for me. If I do...
I trust you've made up your mind.
Yes. I imagine Van will be contacting you with our answer soon.
Excellent. Where you'll be going for your educational visitation is also decided then?
Nothing gets past you, does it? Just how much does Dad know? Not just in general, but about the Blacklight District too.
He probably knows it all.
Reports are regularly given to him on pertinent developments, and I have every reason to believe he reads them. As for the place you reference, I will refrain from commenting there.
Everything is being done with Dad's approval, isn't it? That place is meant to serve as somewhere the overly ripened juices from the fruit of our unprecedented prosperity can pool and gel.
Whoa! That was very wordy.
A place where the malice and desires of a certain subset of the population can be isolated and effectively controlled.
You truly are sharp. And for more than the influence of your new job. There is no resisting blood, I see. Perhaps you might even consider following the path of the McDowell family's young scion.
Excuse me. Good night.
Yes. My goodness. Do you realize how close you are to breaking curfew? I'm so sorry for being late.
Perhaps I pushed her a little far.
I mean, she apologized for being late, but she wasn't late. It's like, no, you were almost late, but you weren't. You were on time. It's fine.
It's a bad habit I have when it comes to Elaine, too. Even if I'd still like to believe I'm better than he is. I won't be able to count on the guild this time. I'll need another play.
He really is a crafty one. But I suppose this is just a message from Adios, telling me to see what's going on for myself. I'll also have to take charge of the younger students. This is going to be busier than a simple tea party.
Oh no, not one of your tea parties. They're worrying. I like tea parties, but your ones? Oh dear. It's the name of the game, everyone. Oh, the 23rd. This is very early. Perhaps we arrived a little early. Odette and Albert are coming from the 10th district, so they should be here before long. I'm really sorry I've asked so much of you. Don't worry though. Even though I'll be away from the group, I promise I won't let it affect my work. I never had any doubt. In fact, I've already told the...
Yes!
Burp, burp. Oh.
Well, you're early. All ready to head out?
Almost. The others should be. There we go. Oh, you finished working on the car. Yeah, mechanic over in Riverside had to lend a hand, but we got her ready in time. If I squint hard enough, I can almost fool myself into thinking it's a limo. The maximum occupancy has been improved from 5 to 8 passengers, and it sports its own onboard computer. Oh, we could even fit Anya's and her friends now. I suppose you could, but why don't we? You've been up to some interesting business now, haven't you? Not half as interesting as any trip you're in charge of. On the other hand, it's really reassuring to know you'll be around in Basel. You know, just in case. I could say the same of you. Why do you seem to know each other so well? We have a little history together, you see. If only you guys knew. Where? Oh my. Ding ding, another challenger enters the ring. We're talking about 5 years ago here. Stop being such a damn tease. Oh dear, how cold of you. I'm not going to get a real answer to this, am I? No. Not yet, anyway. Regardless, what are you all doing here? Alright. Here is it. This is for you, Miss Claudel. There are some sandwiches for breakfast, as well as some... Victor and Paulette asked us to give it to you. They made more than enough for your friends to have some too. How thoughtful of them. I concur, and it smells wonderful too. Apart from the, C word. Knowing the chef, it's sure to be great. What's going on here? Had to get in a heartfelt goodbye before you left. Don't make too much of a show of it, you two. No way, she really does have a boyfriend at her job. No, she does not. Please, everyone, this is a misunderstanding. We'll go ahead and get out of your hair now.
We'll see you again in Basel, Agnes. Race you there.
Basel. There we go.
Right. Travel safely, everyone.
To Basel!
The long-distance passenger train to Basel, Provence de Auge, will soon be departing. Passengers en route to Altair or Crossbell will be transferring at Marthe.
Oh, I just can't wait. If I'm not mistaken, isn't that the Republic's high-tech engineering city? Why did Agnes change clothes? Alright, that's right. According to the travel guide, it even has something called an aerotram. Ooh. So, if I may ask Agnes, what exactly were you and that man talking about? Come on, the train is departing, so let's get a move on.
She noticed me. No doubt about it.
Oh, don't.
Former enforcer of the Society and the adopted daughter of the Liberalian Royal Army's commander. Her presence in the Republic clearly isn't a coincidence. Neither the division chief nor Kincaid have any idea what the current administration is up to. Regardless, I will fulfill my duty and see that his ideals are not in vain.
Ooh, interesting train design. Sounds electric, so orbital in this case. Oh, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? My money would be on the train. Damn, this back seat is the life! Hey, it might be a tight fit, but I could spend a night here for sure. I swear to Adios, if you get any dirt on that seat, take off your damn shoes or something. It's a shame Agnes couldn't come with us. It's not the same without her. Don't worry. I'm sure she'll have a chance to try out the upgraded back seat soon enough. Even though there is less space for cargo, the computer still fits snugly. Yeah, it kind of scares me how that Crown Prince knew how to pick such a perfect gift. But to the wise, don't ever get in debt of people like that. He says while having the time of his life installing that very same gift. It is weird though, it feels like he's using both us and the guilds depending on what he wants to do. Unrelated, but what's, I've already forgot, Basel like? I've never been, not even, for an operation. Couldn't say I'm the biggest expert myself, but I've been there a few times for jobs. Located down in the southwest Calvert on the walls of Auge Canyon. It's a haven of learning and industry. The Institute of Science and the Artisanal District have been around since the Middle Ages. Indeed, alongside those two areas is Newtown, which houses Vern at its center. It sprung up when one of the Professor Epstein's 3 disciples brought in advanced technology.
Oh, I know that. That was Professor Hamilton from the Central East, wasn't it?
Technology. Ah, lovely trains. Far better way to travel. More civilized. At the time, the anti-immigration sentiment wasn't quite as strong. Professor Hamilton's proposal was quickly accepted by the Institute of Science and the Artisanal District. And so 45 years ago, the Institute of Science and the Artisans Guild came together to establish the Vern Company. They then went on to further Orbal technology in new, innovative ways. Right, like how Calvert and the Vern Company were the first to develop Orbal cars. That eventually led to the 4 big car manufacturers being established as affiliated companies. And while Calvert pioneered Orbal cars, the Empire was the first to develop Orbal trains, and LaBelle the first to develop Orbal airships. And that sort of makes sense of some developments with their technologies, like how they feel more developed in certain areas. It's like, yeah. It's amazing the kinds of things a little research uncovers about the history of something so commonplace. Well, good to know. I'll have to keep it all in mind for my report. Now, are any of you going to eat these sandwiches or just hold them? I am wondering. And we're not even done, because all that links to the development of films. Isn't this a bit too simple for a topic? Oh, don't be like that. Oh, to be a student again. When I was their age. Wait, I'm only 21. I'm not an old pile of bones yet. The war 2 years ago and the lead up to it was a big turning point in tech across the continent too. The major powers were locked in a heated arms race with each other. The Empire even ended up creating these giant robots? That seems silly. Those Panzers sold out things, yeah? I've seen them in person before and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Wars accelerate the birth of new technology, and that new technology in turn spurs on yet more wars. LaBelle's airships are an excellent example of that, since they were first developed in response to a war between it and the Empire. Anyway, it was pretty clear tech-wise that the Empire was ahead of the Republic during the war. Calvert's back on top now, though. Yeah, the reparations and desire to not be one-up by the Empire again more than fueled the fire. That's what inspired our Zephyrs and the installation of the Orbal network across the country. Word is our military weaponry's got a massive overhaul in store soon too. Ooh, what could that be? And the one aggressively advancing all that is our hot-ass President Roy Gramhard. It's funny hearing you say it out loud, but yeah, he is pretty hot for his age, huh? He's become a big name even in the Empire for a variety of reasons. I'm sure. Yes, aren't you? Well, that just goes to show how big a deal he is on an international scale. And for how difficult things were at the end of the war, he's done a pretty stellar job of steering our ship. It is true that the current government is handling things extremely well. That's more because... More because what? Either way, large influxes of mirror and major changes on the world stage often manifest as distortions in society. I don't know whether that fact's got anything to do with what we're going to investigate.
But try to sniff around for signs of trouble while we're there, right?
As is tradition.
Miss Perfect's things shown when we were talking about the place. We already know there's trouble going in.
We will be on the lookout for anything we can glean regarding the many major ongoing projects in the city, as well as ready to sniff out any significant groups and organizations that may be at work.
Right, together with NIS too.
I didn't even have to say anything, huh? Yeah, you're right on. as is tradition. It's a really slow train. I don't think anyone drives as good as you, Rosette. I'm just remembering, like, she mentioned before she could be a bit of a racer, and it's like, hold on a minute. You know just how to make those little subtle moves to work with the flow of the traffic. Yeah, never seen anyone drive so straight. Why, thank you very much. Of course you got an international license. What did I expect? I know I'm a perfect 5 on the driving scale, but I don't mind leaving the work to a solid 3 like you. Better you than the 2 over here. Yeah, she's pretty Wait, am I the 2? That's right, Chief. Better get your act together. Don't you worry, though. You ever really want to make her scream, I'm here. You rat bastard. Don't think you can satisfy my girl with how rough you handle. Mr. Way, Mr. Arkwright, a child is present. I wonder what Anya's is up to. Train stuff. Your great-grandfather left that behind, yes? It must be very precious to you, if you even brought it for our visitation. It is, yes. It's no exaggeration to say that I am who I am because of this. Though recently it's given me an awful lot to think about. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't seem to me like you have any regrets about it, at least. You're right. I don't. Someone told me that I make the calls on what I want to do with my life. Maybe I haven't made all the right ones, but even still, my world has truly broadened, and I've got to know so many wonderful people. I've come to know the nation of my birth from angles I never thought possible. Thanks to that, I'm now beginning to see how I should face the man moving this country forward. Not even trying to hide it, are you? Wasn't it supposed to be a secret to everyone but these two? True, it was. But I don't know, I get the feeling it's fine if you know too. Ever since meeting you in April, you've been so kind to me. You're the one who connected me to Van, so... Oh, I see now, you pushed me to use the Orbital Net specifically so I'd find his office, didn't you? Bingo. This episode of Bingo is called Bingo. If it matters. We hadn't seen each other since we first met for a request 5 years ago. He wasn't even aware that I had come to Calvert as a foreign exchange student. It doesn't matter, of course, but then why did you take his arm like that? To see your reaction. I can't believe you.
But really, I like hearing how you got to know him. He must have been so kind to you back then, huh?
How did you know?
Well, because you introduced me to him. You're always looking out for us, Ren. So I know you would never steer any of us in the direction of someone you didn't truly trust.
Too right.
Well, okay, you got me there. He was very kind, yeah. The one who gave me the push to go from being Kitty to who I am today. He had just started out as a Spriggan, and he wasn't the most sensitive or competent. But he stayed with me, struggled with me, and showed me a path to the people I love most in this world.
Wow, I had no idea. I guess Van's always been Van. So after you met him, you were able to reunite with your loved ones?
That's right, and they're why I'm here now. They're the ones who encouraged me to study abroad, so it's thanks to them that I was able to meet all of you. And through some twist of fate, I accepted the position of student council president and am now heading up this little trip. You really never know where fate will take you.
Tell me about it.
Does he still obsess over sweets, by the way? I also remember him going on and on about cars.
Yep, that's Van, alright.
Oh boy. If anything, he's an even bigger fiend about them than he was before. At least, according to someone who knows him much better than I do, he is.
Ah, the resident A rank. Seems like they have quite the sordid relationship. Just what exactly is going on between them? I know you've got to be curious.
Not at all. Though, I, might have a small idea.
Crap. It'd be weird if we woke up now. Plus, I want to hear more of what Ren has to say. Kinda seems like Agnes needs a little boost from us, so we better do what we can to be there for her.
I still refuse to acknowledge that guy and his operation as legitimate. But since we're going to the same place, I'm happy to keep an eye on her as her friend.
They're good friends. Like seriously, how slow is this train?
Our next stop is Basel, Province de Auge, the terminus of this express line.
Terminus?
Please ensure you have all your belongings with you when disembarking the train.
Oh. Finally.
We're getting close.
Nice.
That's the exit right there.
Oh, very bright. I'm assuming that's the observatory. It's something at least. No, there's several around. Power stations, perhaps? There's the aerotram. Basel.
Oh, Van! Just look at this!
What is up with this place? What a wild sight.
On the left is Newtown. Off to the right is the artisanal district.
Yeah. And up top is the Basel Institute of Science. We're gonna be going around till we hit the parking lot in front of Vern HQ. Time for us to have a chat with the CEO.
Again, an observatory. Interesting. Amazing. I can't believe the city exists in the middle of a ravine. Vern HQ. I knew it was big, but seeing it up close is just ridiculous. Oh, is that the aerotram I spy with my little eye? Wow, those are markedly different from the trams in Heimdall. Yo, this place is legit, matter of respect. This looks to be a showroom floor for cars. Van's gonna be very happy. That sounds right up Van's alley, yep. Alright everyone, let's get checked in at the hotel first. Once we drop off our bags, we can go pay the fine people of the Vern Company a visit. Ah, lovely parking job there. Well done, well done. Careful, careful now. So, that's why they call it a planned city. They developed the whole thing in big chunks. Whoa, the HQ's bigger than anything I've seen in the capital. Fitting for the Republic's largest private company. And I believe that hotel over there is where the students from Aramis are staying. Oh yeah, we're staying in different places. Of course, you're Van. We're in the artisanal district, right? Van? Oh, he's got his sights on it. What's he looking at? Motor Pavilion. Right, should have figured he'd get sidetracked by big wheels. And he calls me a kid. Don't knock it till you've tried it. Looks like a nice little place. I'll take you there later if you want. For now, though, let's get down to business. To defeat the Hans. He's got a good eye. Small wonder that he's connected to the chief. At any rate, I need to focus on my work. Ah, so he wasn't spying the cars. He was spying the spy.
This place is quite nice. Very calm and tranquil.
I think plain's the word you're looking for. Would it kill them to glitz up the joint a little?
Not everything's gotta be like Longport, kid. Anyway, let's have a chat with the receptionist lady.
We'll have a word with these two. Hello? President Rooster, if you could greenlight some budget allocation for this new project, then we... Absolutely not. We're stretched too thin as is. We already have 2 major projects, we can't handle a third without new hires. Come back to me with an impact plan and we'll go from there. That's gonna be tricky. We don't have the budget space to fit much more. This is a high priority project direct from Verne Company. We would have loved to cooperate on this project, but... Well, that's not what I'm worried about, it's more the budget. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, so I'm actually going to use this as a place to end this part, and the next part we'll see about speaking to the receptionist, and see about speaking to the CEO of the Verne Company. So we'll see you in the next part. Ta-da for now.